They'll run on first down. Jacobs fights free yet again. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Running is Jacobs. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So you sometimes rush coming, and he's taken down. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there. Get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part. But they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack on 3rd down. It's Jacobs, and they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So we've reached halftime in a wild first and abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. A second broken tackle. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field.
Personal foul.
I'm not sure what this is about.
Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a give to Jacobs running right. Still going. Shrugs off another. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On first down, it's Jacobs. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that one will be accepted. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Well, I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And an alley to run. And he's loose again. 20. Kansas City touchdown.
I can't help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Oh, and you just... Can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Throwing his car on third down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Runs over him. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. For these Raiders and quarterback Derek Carr, the Chiefs, they have been their kryptonite in the AFC West. With Derek Carr as a starter, just 2-8 against KC, 2-6 before Mahomes became the starter. Well, the road not likely to get any easier anytime soon. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This is Richard. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. 8 yards, first down. As they're able to convert. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. Oh, what a move. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That kind of looked like a defense fed up by being gashed in the running game all night.
Yeah, and imagine their coach saying, if you're fed up on that play, where were you the rest of the time? What took you so long? But flip it over to the offensive side. They've been dominating this thing, and to finally have a play go against them, that's not something that's good.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the third quarter. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mahomes now to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw, it's Mahomes. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. There he goes, left side. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. The Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touch. And the two-point conversion. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, the number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And the Raiders have got him. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back.
He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, 66 yards. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this... game's pretty much done for them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Jacobs now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's going to be a 19-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Carr now to throw. He wants it off. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.